Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuhu. I am Qari Muhammad Umar, your Islamiyat teacher. On the behalf of Multan Public School and College, I am going to teach you about the life of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu from your book of class 9th O levels. Let's begin. First of all, we will start talking about his life before Khilafat. Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu was born in a noble Quraysh family of Makkah, and he was 2 years and 3 months younger than the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And his father was Usman, surnamed Abu Quhafa, and his mother was Salma, surnamed Ummul Khair. As a very young child, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu did not receive any formal education from any school and college. Even before accepting Islam, he led a pious and chaste life and never drank wine nor gambled. And he was one of the richest merchants of Makkah also. At the age of 18, he adopted the professions of cloth merchant, which was his family business, and eventually he became one of the richest merchants of Makkah. Next point, he was the first person who became Muslim, who adopted Islam. When the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam invited people to accept Islam, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu was the first free male to become a Muslim. And after accepting Islam, the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam changed his name to Abdullah. And next point, he was present at the battles of Badr, Uhud, Ditch and Hunain. Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu was present at the battles of Badr, Uhud, Ditch, Hunain, and as well as the Treaty of Hudaybiyah. He was appointed as Amirul Hajj to lead a delegations of 300 Muslims to perform Hajj according to the Islamic way, and he was appointed as Imam to lead the congregational prayers during the Holy Prophet's Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam last illness days. Next point, when the Holy Prophet passed away, he resolved the crisis. When the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam passed away, the entire Muslim community was thrown into the confusions. But Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu exercised remarkable self-control and resolved the crisis. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ says in that regard, in the last address in the Masjid al-Nabawi, the Holy Prophet ﷺ orders that all the doors opening into the Masjid al-Nabawi should be closed except the door leading to the house of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillahu Ta'ala anhu. Our next point, problem faced after becoming Khalifa. When Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillahu Ta'ala anhu became Khalifa, he faced many problems, but he controlled them with his force and wisdom. Some of peoples refused to pay zakat, and at that time Many tribes such as Banu Asad, Banu Ghatfan, Banu Abbas, Banu Murrah, and others surrounded Medina. After the conquest of Makkah, when other tribes in Arabia accepted Islam, these peoples became Muslim but not true Muslims. After the death of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, these peoples refused to pay zakat, but Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah anhu became very strict on this point, and he argued that zakat, being a fundamental injunctions of Islam, had to be paid, and he also controlled them with delegation and force. So these peoples again started to pay zakat. Next, apostasy movement. The short Khilafat of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah anhu was mostly occupied with the so-called Rida, apostasy war. These peoples renounced Islam, but the Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah anhu sent an army to these peoples and instructed the Islamic commanders that first to invite the revolting tribes to Islam, but if they failed to comply, they were to be attacked. And some of the tribes submitted to Islam without fighting, while others remained non-Muslims. So wars were waged against them. Within a year, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah anhu controlled them in a best manners. Next problem was false prophets. After the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, some peoples announced themselves as a prophet. Towards the end of the Holy Prophet's life, several false prophets arose in different parts of Arabia. The news of the Prophet's death rekindled the revolt started by these false prophets. They are Aswad Ansi, Tuleha, Musailama Kazzab, and Saja bint Harsa. And the Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah anhu controlled them with force, and war of Yamama was held against Musailama Kazzab. And next point is compilations of the Holy Quran after the Battle of Yamama. During the time of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah anhu, many battles were fought, including Battle of Yamama. That battle was against the false prophet Musailama Kazzab, in which a large number of Huffaz al-Quran, those who had memorized the Quran, met their lot. Hazrat Umar Farooq Razillah anhu therefore suggests to Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah anhu to compile the Quran in a book form. Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah anhu hesitated, as it had not been done in the Prophet's time, and he says, how can I do? But later he was convinced of the wisdom of suggestions. So Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah anhu appointed Hazrat Zaid bin Sabit together what had already written in the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he compiled all the copies of the Quran into a one book shape. And in the end, the copy made by Hazrat Zaid remained first in the custody of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah anhu, and after him in the custody of Hazrat Umar Farooq Razillah Talanhu, and on his death it was passed to his daughter Ummul Mumineen Hazrat Hafsa Razillah Tala Anha. And next point, campaign in Bahrain, Oman, Yemen, Hadr al-Maut and eastern Iraq. In these areas, situations became very worst and peoples try to be against of the Islamic State. So, in that time, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu control all that worst situations with his best manner. And next our topic is character of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu. First point, extremely simple in his habit. Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu was extremely simple in his habit, and he was tender-hearted and easily moved, but at the same time he was firm, determined and courageous. And he received 6,000 dirhams annually from Baitul Mal for his services as Khalifa. It's very important time. It's very important point when Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu became Khalifa, and for some time after his election as Khalifa, he continued to maintain himself from his private income for his family, but finding that in looking after his property and business, he was not able to pay sufficient time for the affairs of state. So all the companions of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam agreed on that point that Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu will receive 6,000 dirhams annually from the Baitul Mal. That was an income as equal to a common man of this society. That income was common as a labor person of society. That was the salary of that Khalifa of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu, which he got from Baitul Mal. But in the end of his last time, he directed to his family that the income which he got from Baitul Mal to be refunded to the state, the sum he had also received, so that his family did so. And next point, the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, never has the sun risen on or set on a person except the prophets greater than Abu Bakr. About the greatness of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu, the Prophet says, never has the sun risen or set on the person except a prophet greater than Abu Bakr. And he also says, verily Abu Bakr is the best human beings except the prophets. And next point, he was a man of simple manners. Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu was a man of simple manners. In spite of his unexpected elevations, lived a simplicity, and when he died, he left behind a worn out garment, a slave and a camel. And it's best example for the Muslims Khalifas also. Next point, policy maintaining the state. First of all, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu was a caliph for only 2 years, 3 months and 10 days. he became caliph only for 2 years, 3 months and 10 days. During his short period, during his short time, he was able to do great things for Islam. First of all, Quran and Sunnah as a state constitutions. Whenever Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu faced a problem, he solved all the matters according to the teachings of Quran and Sunnah. And next point, laid foundations of Islamic democratic state. That Medina was a Islamic democratic state, and Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu used to consult eminent companions in all important matters. And next point, Arabia was divided into provinces, and Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Razillah Talanhu divided Arabia into provinces, each under a governor, and who was required to lead the prayers and control the army, collect taxes and maintain justice also. And he aided by an Amir also, and who collected revenues, and he appointed a Qazi also, who maintained justice in everywhere. Thanks.